Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be going through the third fight in Void Rift Epilogue. That's going to be the first Soleil phase, I guess you could call it. If you do enjoy this video, please click the like button. It helps me out a ton. And if you enjoy hanging out with me, please subscribe for more content. I really appreciate all your support. All right, let's get into it. This stage is definitely harder than the first two, but it's still doable, I would say, for most people's accounts. When it comes to this fight, there's really a couple things that you need to worry about. So the first thing is you have this Deity's Awakening. So essentially when Soleil comes out, she activates these rings, I guess, and what they do is they attack the last deployed unit within their range. So essentially what happens is you have to pay attention to the order in which you're placing your heroes, because if you don't, these things will just snipe them right off the bat and wipe them out. Now, on top of Soleil and these beacons, you also have to worry about these White Tower Scholars. So these guys are going to come out, these mages, in the middle, and they're going to kind of pile up around here, and they hit really hard, and they'll stack up really quick if you don't take care of them, and they'll wipe your tile guys. So you have to find a way to take them out as quickly as possible. And then the only other thing you have to worry about throughout the fight is you're going to have a bunch of those big golems coming down the middle, so you need magic damage in the middle. You're going to have a golem that comes down this way, so you'll need magic damage here, and then you're going to have a golem that comes down this lane, so you're going to need magic damage here as well. So with that said, how should you create a team? So there's a couple different ways you can do it. First, I'll go ahead and throw this out here. If you have Ardia, this fight is very, very, very easy in my opinion. All you have to do is place Ardia here, and she can absolutely snipe and destroy all of these White Tower Scholars. And then other than that, you just need good healers, you need 3 tanks, and then you need a single target magic DPS for each lane, and that's all you need. I do have Ardia, but I'm not going to use her because I feel like, I don't know, this stage felt like a cheat code with Ardia, so I feel like I just shouldn't use her for this, for the sake of you guys in the video and making it a little bit more helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the team that I'm running. Pretty good team, honestly. I'm going to use Seraphina for the first time since I pulled her. I pulled her in my 1+1. Not really super stoked on Seraphina as a 1+1 pull, but she was a new champion. I built her out, and hey, great place for her to shine with magic damage. So basically the way your team needs to look is you need to have 3 tanks, 1 tank for each lane. You need to have 3 healers, 1 healer for each lane, and then you need to have 3 single target magic DPS, 1 for each lane, and then you need to have a way to take out those middle guys, right? So it could be Ardia in the middle if you have Ardia, but if you don't have Ardia, I would recommend Idril. Idril is really good for this fight to take out those scholars in the middle, and I'll show you kind of how that works. Now, I know that this team doesn't fit what I just described. It's because I took out 1 of the single target magic DPS and I put in Araka because I needed the Lord bonus. So you could also run Lunaria as one of your magic DPS and she'll still give out that Lord bonus. What I'm going to be doing instead is cycling 1 of the DPS to another lane at some point throughout the fight. So you'll kind of see how I do that. But from a gearing perspective, I'll just kind of run down the line the gear I'm using. So King Har's really good for this fight just because of the shields he puts on everyone. He's also a decent enough tank in his own right. I don't have him skilled up or anything. I'm running him in a Guardian set with just pretty high HP, high defense. That's really the main focus for his build. And then for his artifact, I am running a max Bastion ring. Next we have Olag, my second tank. I'm also running him in a Guardian set, high HP, high defense again. And then for his artifact, I'm also running a Bastion ring. This one is not maxed. Vortex, I have him in an Invigoration set. It's just high HP, really high attack speed, some rage regen, high healing effect. And then for his artifact, I'm running the Elysian Epitaph, not maxed. Isolde, she's also in a Guardian set. Again, high HP, high defense, kind of the same build that you would have for any tank. And then I'm running a Bastion Ring that's like not leveled whatsoever on her. Next we have Eluin. I have an Invigoration set on her with high attack speed, decent healing effect, some rage regen, pretty high attack, some HP. Nothing too crazy or special. And then a Golden Scarab is the artifact that I run on her. Next we have Araka. I don't even place her, so I'm literally just having her in this team for the Lord bonus, doesn't matter. Next we have Hex, standard DPS build. I'm running a Soulbound Arcana with really high attack on him. Okay attack speed, could be better. For his artifact, I'm running the Bloodbond Signet. I don't know if I should run this. Should probably run I'm gonna run Spirit Siphon, I think, instead, actually. Idril. I have her in an Infernal Roar set with decent crit damage, decent attack, high attack speed. Her HP is pretty low, but she's not really gonna get hit that much throughout this fight, so it's okay. And then for her artifact, I'm running this Idril's Gaze, so she can ignore some defense, which is nice. Seraphina. She is also in a Soulbound Arcana set with high attack speed, max crit rate, okay crit damage. And then for her artifact, I'm running a maxed out Tear of Twilight. And then finally, we have Hollow, and she's in kind of the standard Hollow build that I always run, which has good healing effect, really high rage regen, pretty good attack speed, 200% attack as bonus, and then some HP. And then for her artifact, I'm running the Euphoric Orb. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys, we are into it. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'll just pause this really quickly, is I'm going to place Hex, and then I'm going to place Eluin, and then I'm going to place Olog. I'm going to wait until I have the cost to place all three of them at the same time. The reason I'm going to do that is because, of course, these beacons will target the last placed unit, and if I place them in the wrong order, they will absolutely wipe whoever gets placed last, if it's not Olog. So yeah, so keep in mind how much cost you need and kind of wait for that at the beginning of this fight. And so the first thing I'm going to do, Hex, Eluin, and then Olog. So Olog will tank the hits from these beacons here. Next, we're going to have these mages come out. These mages absolutely smack. So they will wipe your platform units if you let them stack up. You absolutely cannot let them stack up. Earlier, I was saying Ardia makes this fight easy mode. It's because you just place Ardia back here, put a Realm Tear on her, and she will take care of these mages, and you'll never even have to think about them. So if you have Ardia, this fight is so easy. You play Ardia here with a single target DPS here, single target DPS here, single target DPS here, a tank for each row, and then a healer for each row, and it's easy mode. But we're not doing it that way. We're going to do it a little bit more challenging to help what I imagine most people's accounts look like, and that means no Ardia. But from this point, basically, the next thing we're waiting for is to have enough cost to place Idril and Hollow. So 28. So we're going to place Idril first on this right tile and Hollow on the left. Now, it is important that I put Idril on this right tile instead of the left tile. The reason for that is these big golems are going to stack up, and they're going to stack up right here in front of Olog. If Idril is on the left tile here, she will hit those golems. I really want her to focus on these guys right here as much as possible. So that's why I put her on this right tile. Go ahead and pop Hex, and I'll speed this up. And Hex will help take care of these guys up here, these big golems coming in. The next thing we're going to be waiting for is another golem to come down this lane. And when that gets close to happening, we're going to place Seraphina up top as our DPS, along with King Horus as a tank, and then Vortex as a healer. As you can see, Idril's doing a good job of taking care of these guys. Go ahead and pop Eluin's ult just for some additional healing. I'm going to pop Idril. See, she's focusing on these big guys, but I'm hoping that they die soon so that she'll start to take out these guys here. I think she will in a second, hopefully. All right, so now this guy's coming out, so I need to place Seraphina, I need to place Vortex, and I need to place King Hars. All right, I'm gonna pop Seraphinas to start doing damage onto this top golem. These are the final 4 adds that are gonna be coming through this middle lane. That's gonna be important in a second here to remember. Not really important, but it'll just make your fight faster if you remember it earlier. So I'm just waiting for Idril to take care of these guys and Hex to do his thing and take care of these golems here. All right. Now, there's also a golem coming down this lane, so I am just going to place Isolde here to just block him. I guess I'll pop Idril, just might as well. So what I'm doing right now is I'm waiting for Hex to finish off this final golem in the middle. I'm going to pop Seraphina as well to take care of these guys. Now that Hex has finished off everything in the middle, I don't need him here, I don't need Eloin here, like we're good in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take Hex out, I'm going to take Eloin out, and I'm going to wait for them to respawn, and I'm going to use Hex here to finish off this final golem. I'm doing it this way because it works out way better for me to have Idril up here. So I don't have room for another single target DPS, and it doesn't matter how long the fight takes you, so I just found it easier to do it this way. I'm going to speed this up. Just waiting for Seraphina to get her ult back, hopefully, to finish this guy off soon. Five seconds. All right, so remove Hollow, remove, place Hex, place Eloin. There we go. All right, now I'll just pop Hex's ult, and Hex will go ahead and finish off this final golem here, and that's it. That's the end of the fight. Easy peasy. As you can see, Hex is the go for this fight. You can use any strong single target DPS for magic damage that you have, but you definitely need to put your strongest one in the middle, I would say. Hex is the go for the middle lane. If you have Hex, you need to be using him there. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helps some of you out there complete this first phase. I have also completed this phase, but I have not had a chance to record a video on it yet. This phase is terrible. I hate everything about it. It took me forever to beat. I tried out so many different lineups, so many different gear sets. Like, it was a nightmare trying to get this thing completed, but I finally did it. And I think I can do it again, hopefully on a recording for you guys, to explain how I did it. And yeah, it's rough, but hopefully that video will come out in the next couple days. But that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, again, please click the like button. And if you like hanging out with me, definitely subscribe for more content. But until next time, see ya.